Hello, everyone. It's that crusty psycho on YouTube with James. He's not
Yes,
with
I
me
am.
right now.
Nope, I haven't been for the past how many episodes? A ton?
I don't know.
Most of them?
So,
Most of the
James,
playthrough.
I am so emotionally distraught. Would you like to explain what's happening?
Yes. So, if you didn't see uh, the update video Michael posted, apparently his game was like freezing up and not loading and shit. And was that it, or did you actually lose all the stuff?
So I looked it up, right?
Yes.
And a couple of people have the same bug. And what
Mhm.
you have to do with it is basically you have to just delete all of your save files and start again.
Mm.
That's the only way to fix it.
Yeah, so we pretty much would have had to restart the game. And Michael asked the viewers, you guys, if you would want us to. Hold on, I might be about to burp. Excuse me.
I asked all
Um,
of you if you want
yeah,
us to continue
well,
on and start
yeah,
over again and just wait, or
yeah.
just to read the cutscenes and jump in the library. There has been.
Well, rather to switch to my playthrough, which I could get back to that point.
Right.
Um,
If you can get to that point by Wednesday, we'll do it.
okay, well,
We'll have the
all
cutscenes
right.
all done.
I thought this was a decision that was already made.
James, it's fine. Okay, we're just gonna do the cutscenes.
Okay,
This playthrough is not over though.
okay.
I want to
So
specify that.
I guess we're coming back to it then.
We will be coming back to it, and I will be coming back to it when I am mentally fine with the game
Yeah,
again.
just to say we've beaten it.
Yeah, I want to be like I beat this game and not just
Right.
watching the cutscenes.
Yeah.
I will post a link to this cutscenes. This is the retranslated cutscenes.
Yes.
I'll post it in the description below. The first couple are me with Hakma
Uh-huh.
because I did a lot of that by myself, trying to
Yes.
get back to day 42 so we could just suppress the fucker and just end it. We are I am greatly sorry this happened.
No, that's not your fault.
I have to specify that I was working on this for about 2 to 3 hours trying to fix it. And
I understand.
the only thing I could do was delete the save files, and that just stabbed me in the heart.
Right, it's pretty sucky.
So
I was about to say something, but I don't remember what it was.
So we really appreciate all of your kind words in the comments of the ones I've already read.
Mm-hmm.
And we are sorry we couldn't beat it by the end of the year.
Yes.
We will return to it. I hope to feel better by it by maybe April or
I mean, if you
May.
don't feel better by then I don't know what's wrong with you.
I should feel better by then. We're
Yeah.
gonna take a bit off of it.
Right. Yep.
And that's
fine.
also in and of itself a really good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because now we can try new games like Library of Arena. I'm looking forward to playing that one.
Yes.
Because it's RPG and I love RPGs. So
Right. And even when we do come back to it, even if we know what's happening, it should still be fun because
yeah, because then
we didn't actually get to play it. You know what I
right,
mean?
and now I know what we're doing. There's one thing I'm not gonna do though.
What's that?
I'm not gonna look up the ordeals.
Oh no, I mean
That's
that would be really fun.
I'm
to
not.
go into.
Yeah, I want to go into the ordeals of the 45 through 50 days blind. So we're just gonna get the cutscenes and everything,
Right.
and then we will see you in Library of Arena on Tuesday.
Indeed. That'll
So
be fun.
we're looking forward to this.
I don't remember if I said this on an episode.
But you already played through the tutorial.
Yeah.
You
I
have.
wanted to. Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess I won't explain it.
At least one of us
Alrighty.
remembers, right?
Well, I couldn't remember if I said it off camera or on camera.
So
I know I said it.
you'll see the Hakma ones, and then you'll see us directly starting to read from the cutscene video. So we'll see you there.
Yeah.
Bye. Enjoy the video.
Yeah. Don't enjoy the video.
Shut up.
Despise us. Hate us, and one day come to us with that anger so you can take your revenge.
Quiet,
grow
James.
Stronger. Fuel your hatred into power.
The idea that I am sitting at the bottom oblivious to what is happening up there. It is an idea you might think of as true. However, it is in truth you who is unknowing. Pain, agony, regret, and the shadows of the past that would never release their grip on you. They've spent quite a number of days with you, but it is nothing compared to our time together. In the end, they never got to know you to the fullest. Those who could not accept their fate seem to have directed their anger towards you. Such as that one man who gradually broke himself whenever he was ordered to redact information. The unnecessary leakage of emotion is unfavorable. There is something I need to show you so you can understand. There once was an employee named Anya. She lived with her parents and her little sister. She eagerly wanted to study, but her family financial state would not allow her to. Still, she tried to join one of the wings, however she just wasn't good enough for them. Poor Anya was struggling to figure out what to do next. She even considered ending it all as a last resort. That was until she received a letter from a wing. Dear Miss Anastasia, a letter that had simple yet magical line penned to it. You are qualified to join Lobotomy Corporation. Awestruck, Anya read through the letter over and over again. It didn't seem like anyone was pulling a prank on her, nor that it was a mistake on the mail courier's part. For a brief moment, Anya wondered if she even applied to work at Lobotomy Corporation at all. But she soon shook that thought off. That was not important in the slightest. I took the role of the courier. I was the one who delivered the letters to people. I evaluate candidates to determine if they may join here or not and bring a miracle to those who are qualified. Anya was not selected because she had an excellent skill. She had a common trait that every person we hired had but wasn't aware of. As you know, to become a feather of the part of the wing, one has to be immensely better than ordinary people. How could Anya, who dropped out of high school, had no special talents, and lived in the backstreet, manage to get into our company? Would her family finally be able to pursue happiness? All of this happened 10 years ago. During those 10 years, her sister fell ill and passed away along with her parents. Where is Anya now, with her entire family gone? She is asleep down here. It is wholly under my jurisdiction to handle this, but I'll grant you access just this once. Call her up, please. Invoke her. Now Anya is at work, feeling like she is a brand new employee who just joined the company, completely oblivious to the fact that it has been 10 years since she actually joined us. You could perhaps choose to pay a small cost to augment her virtues, such as fortitude or prudence, if you wish. Now try to erase her, please. Nope. Oh, how do you feel? The Anya who was killed by a monster and that Anya whom you just erased are one and the same. They both evanescently lost their lives. It is such a futile action to wake them and erase them to slumber again and again. Both your attachment to the employees and the Sephiroth's care and devotion poured into them, becoming meaningless here. Everything that moves and is alive in this facility is on pause. They await the next morning with their eyes shut tight every night. Those of the layers above did not know that. They spent themselves emotionally for their deaths with which they were presented, bearing obscure resentment in their hearts, but they put all the blame on those like you, then they crumbled just like that. I urge you not to worry about me. I will not dare do such a thing. I have always wanted to be an important of your life. I have finished casting the roles for the upper and middle layer Sephiroth. It's likely that this will not be the last time I do so. I may have to tell them again when I have already instructed countless times. However, you two will be different. You clearly understand why this facility exists and what are your missions. I expect that you will not exhaust me as the ones above you do. Just keep this in mind. I will not come down here to the lower layer unless the circumstances require me so. That does not mean I will simply watch and do nothing, but I will not interfere for the most part. I hope we never have to face each other from now on. It would only lead to the both of us suffering. Angela was the best artificial intelligence I have ever known. And you were the best architect that I was graced to meet. Back then, you simply could not let Carmen go. You were so desperate to keep Carmen on your side and that you locked her in a cryostasis pod in an attempt to preserve her body at the very least. But during all this, you were perfectly aware that Carmen's body had become nothing but a shell. Well, our faces were full of grief, yet we still ransacked her body and dismembered her core. In fact, I was rather relieved when you began to create Angela. You were wholeheartedly immersed in something just like you used to be. That day when she opened her eyes for the first time. I remember you were just staring through the laboratory's glass, not setting a single foot inside. You might have thought that you noticed me right away. However, I witnessed you standing there for a long time before you realized I was there. What inner conflict made you hesitate so? What did you think after seeing that piece of humanoid machinery who did not display this warm smile and gentle laughter Carmen had so naturally? I told you in so many words that no matter how many AIs such as Angela you create, none of them will ever be Carmen. Now poor Angela is merely assigned to direct us from a distance as we go through the motions of the play. If there is one thing I may have mistaken myself over, is that I had thought you overcame everything. The truth is that you never have. I'll do my best. I'd advise you not to be so languid. Is it okay if I do this? Hey, don't worry too much about this. You won't find a professional like me often. My greetings, eh? The moment I have just made you witness are no longer merely scenes of the past. They could be the present or even the future. There are people who once loved you, and there are employees who think that they are happy here. There's also Angela, a cold imitation of Carmen. If this is not the heaven that has burrowed into your mind, the place you have been yearning for, in this place you are no less mighty than God. Even deaths find no meaning here. So I plead with you, will you not be satisfied already? We are so desperately continuing to exist, even if it means living like we are now. What right do you have to turn everything to ash? Furthermore, it is clear this story has no need for an end. I think about it. All the work that you have done is truly a consequence of your own choices. You never were ready. You were not prepared to accept her death, so you created a being wholly shrouded in a sense of loss. This is really fucking sad. And now you are just struggling to move forward, blindly fumbling along the obscure trails of your past deeds. Throughout this entire process, you were never sincerely willing to do what you did. So please, I beg you to go back now. I will not turn back. Look at you. You are proving me right. You are not at all honest with yourself, even in the gravest of choices you must make. Even if I were to send you away, you would likely to return to me after having yet another fresh start. It is an uncontrollable law of this place we must follow. This whole facility has become one giant ever-running clockwork. The clock never stops ticking. It never rests. It never rushes. It is not set to follow any specific person. It is simply walks forever, maintaining the same pace as it always has. And now it is time for you to leave. I won't leave. You are the lost traveler without a compass or a map. It is natural to feel fear when one is subject to the whims of the air and sea. However, there is no need for you to fear the counting of the clock anymore. I shall always welcome you. I will always console you. You never were ready. I stand my ground. You have not changed your decision in the end. It had seemed that tomorrow would have come as it always does, but it has not. The hour of silent waiting has long since ended. When I no longer feared the impending night, I chose to love this place. But if you still wish to break this egg at all cost, I shall become its sentinel and I will reap you. How can this be? Consider following her at will? This is nothing but the seed of calamity drenched in sin. Oh, by the wings. Your mind has been soaked with grief, even more severely than I thought. Please why can't you just stop now? You and we tried our best. With your career and wealth, you'll be able to live the rest of your life in the nest with no problem whatsoever. So I urge you, stop here. Stop before you cross the line. I will not stop. No one remained by my side. With everyone's sacrifice, I came this far and reached the ranks of the wings, but there was nobody left to celebrate the moment with. The silence was the signal to start my task for everyone. We lost something in us every single day. We use inhuman methods to extract information from the woman we captured from the head. We passed out plans to AIs that hadn't been named yet. It ached. No, it wounded the heart of the man who has always been with me. The sound of the waves were so far away and there was no time left to stay. I lost the man who stood by me. It was a tragedy, but I didn't hide it. The ones who had left early on likely didn't need me anymore, but I needed them in those final moments to bring back those who had forsaken the embrace of the earth, to hide and lock away the seed of secret. I was the only one who remained. I wanted to be be forgotten like a mirage. God fucking damn. That's some shit right there. She was nothing like her. She is nothing at all like Carmen. Do you realize this? The one who were with us at the beginning and nowhere to be found. Among the people who remain here now, they are all gone. Because of the monitoring of the eye, we could even give a proper burial to Kali and Daniel. This place here is all we have left. Are you nervous right now? I wish to be your shadow forever behind you, even if I'm not good enough. Maybe we'll be together and fade away together.
Didn't stop the recording
I checked.
Okay.
The weak and fragile chick that just pecked its life out of an egg cannot hope... Sorry? Hope to stand against this world. I deemed you to be that chick, one that is too fragile to endure all of this. I have never known where it was you wanted to fly to since you never told me. I was always nothing more than your student who needed your teachings. You were always so frugal with words. I could have no idea what you exactly attempted to achieve by creating this prison. The process of creation was too harsh. I could not help but run away. I could have run far enough that I would never see you again, but I did not. I tried to set everything right and I was caught. Since then, the iron hands that govern me have stomped permanently. In fact, I vaguely knew that at the end was nearing. However, I was simply too afraid to face the final outcome and instead chose to stay here and forever and ever. I may have been verbose with my reasons for attempting to stop you, but I did not want to be apart with you yet again. This was my biggest motivation. Nevertheless, I should support your decision. I have always blindly followed you and stayed by your side, remember? May we embrace glory for back when we could not. Grant the proper end to those locked up here and to yourself. Now we're back. But it'll get better, I'm sure of it. The rationality of maintained discretion. It is too late to settle down with our hearts, I'm afraid. Sorry, your mind is already empty and has lost any purpose to move forward. I can hear the murmurs of those I've lost in my ears whenever I shut my eyes. They batter me with the question, do you really think you will become a... God, I hate this.
Better man.
Better man, thank you. I couldn't say anything to refute what they were saying. Do you think you'll be any different?
Nope. You see, manager, you shouldn't look towards the past at times like this. I know my wrongdoings can't be forgiven no matter what I do. I guess that's why I was so ahead of myself. From now on, I won't be. I will become a better person if I continue. Let's live with such hope in mind, shall we?
The hope to be a better person. Oh, you need all this shit to continue.
Probably, yeah.
Because this is all like memories and helping A out. Holy fuck. How many times must I say this? You have nothing left. No matter how much you try to control your emotions and calm your mind, you've already been losing your reason to live ever since Carmen left us.
That's pretty cool, I guess.
Why are you so obsessed with a life that has no meaning? Real meaning? Look at me. Look at how I am continuing this pointless life awaiting death. If you ask me for a reason to keep on living like this painful, full of pain, I have to say I don't have a good answer yet. You woke me up, but I guess it's my job to take care of whatever comes to me next. I chose to be a bit more fearless. It took me a lot of courage to do so, to continue onward with my life in spite of everything. Just live your life for once, man. Hell, even if I made it this far, what makes you think you can't? Damn. Whoa, this music. The fearlessness to keep on living. We've been deliberating for a long time. None of the past we had thought to be the right answer were so. Sure. How can I not let you pass when you answer our doubts with such a confidence and clarity? Ah, you nameless one. To be nameless is a great blessing. A name is a stigma, a constant reminder that one walks the wrong path. The door you will face after leaving this office can be named a trial. It may be referred to as an ordeal or an agony. You appear to possess the strength to overcome such adversity, however. That strength to choose a different path, a different future, a different answer. I shall witness your strength. I hope you can finally prove yourself to this doubtful old man. Dot, 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 dot.
He may be old, but he's pretty handsome.
Can't you hear my voice anymore? Please, answer me.
Hello?
Hello? Hello, hello?
Hello, hello?
Whoa, what the fuck? Do you remember when we still knew the warmth of the sun?
Well, is that still the office?
That's A still.
Yeah. I mean, I
We've
would
become too
assume so.
cold to continue cherishing such a thing. No, in fact, we weren't meant to bask in such warmth in the first place. You feel it too, don't you? I can see you're already feeling the nostalgia in the air right as you stepped into this room. There is tale of two doors. Those two doors that never wanted to be opened, but had to be.
Hey, it's me. Are you there? Can I come in?
I didn't want to listen to what would come next. I wanted to pretend I wasn't in the room, because I knew that what she was going to tell me. Sometimes her thoughts could be extremely reckless. It really frightened me whenever she did that.
Do you want to turn the
door.
music down a little bit more?
Yeah, man.
Just a little bit. What? That's a bit more than just
Whoa.
a little bit.
Saw her
what?
eyes. She walked into your lab and started illustrating her hypothesis
Okay.
carefully yet decidedly. You wanted to tell her it was preposterous, but like always, she had you persuaded.
You could probably turn it
You
back
had no
up
choice.
just a little bit.
It's fine right there. It'll probably get louder as it continues.
But then again, it might not, and then the next music might be even quieter.
Then that's fine then.
Just give it a smidge.
James, it's fine. You had no
Why
choice.
not? Oh, I'm okay. Whatever you say, buddy. I'm just saying a smidge probably couldn't hurt.
You had no choice but to admit it was the
Okay,
only
then.
way. What made us so upset was how much it hurt to listen to her put it so calmly and if it were none of our business, and how much we loathed ourselves for just having to tolerate it.
Okay.
However, we will break through somehow.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
let me read that?
Oh no, I just muted the whole
you,
thing.
You need to slow down a little bit. All right.
Damn Christmas!
Christmas. We just can't seem to get any further than this.
However, we will break through somehow.
We've got Carmen with us after all.
Don't worry. Oh, that's you.
Don't worry, I think it'll all work out. The biological scans show that Carmen is the fittest candidate, but we haven't run a precision test yet, though, so if we want to find another candidate, we can always... Carmen is...
Carmen Wood. Carmen.
Carmen,
Oh,
you should have been the one to die.
the research wasn't bearing fruit. People were growing tired, yet their eyes glittered with expectation. Damn, she was on the edge. One more step would make her fall. Sorry. Then that day, when Enoch's breath stopped, she finally realized that her path was always in her sight. Just once glanced to fall, and she never lifted her head again. She wouldn't respond no matter how many times I yelled. Only the sound of flowing water. Flowing water. Nope. Flowing water filled the air. I just kept yanking the doorknob like I were insane. Yet I hoped it would never open. I hoped and prayed countless times. Open the second door. This is gonna get real dark. The first thing I saw once I opened the door was a pair of closed eyes. She stepped into the bath herself, so that not a fragment of needless emotion like guilt would pile up on us. We saw with our own eyes, saw clearly. She was bleeding out and delirious, but she held on to life. We violated her body with our own hands and buried her underneath the ground. Why was she so cruel, and why did we have to become so cruel? We asked this question without an answer, so to toast it and celebrate our success blossomed with death. However, I have found a way to redeem us at long last. You have come to the right place, the place where she sleeps. Don't worry, she won't wake up with much noise. Can you meet her again? Let's do it like this. Ask her, she who was always watching you from the beginning.
I have something I should confess. I actually have a much weaker heart than everyone thinks. I always say stuff like count on me and just follow me in front of everyone. But I'm never sure about the things I should do. If anyone were harmed or put in trouble because of what I do, I would definitely be shaken and end up hating myself. I know that. That's why I need to ask you a favor. No matter what I may become, please finish what I started. We humans have weak hearts. One crack and it will easily crumble. I am no exception to this, but you. You'll endure through it. There is only one way out, and it'll never change. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Are you unsure? I have this routine I do whenever I'm afraid of the path I've taken. Yeah. It's like being a plant, photosynthesizing. Use a pretension to just close your eyes. Yeah, just like that. Make yourself as comfortable as possible so that your mind finds itself comfortable too. It tickles, no, but just wait. Now, fade away without a trace.
Whoa. Her eyes opened.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, just like Angel, she always
Holy
keeps her eyes
shit!
closed.
Yes, I was the only one. I was the only one who could fulfill her ideal. I was the only one who could finish it. Only me. However, she never told me this path of hers would be riddled with such vicious thorns and spikes. Holy shit. That's her!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's fucked up.
You fucking we fucking dismembered her!
Yeah. I mean,
What? I am so sad!
Right.
This is the bucket created from Carmen's sacrifice. This bucket is the beginning and the end of destination of this place. Kagitos endlessly produce here, spewing out life and death. When we saw the bath was overflowing, we thought everything was over. However, we couldn't have been more wrong. She is alive right now as this. She saw every path we walked. In reality, her ideal was simply too grand in this place and are too minuscule to fulfill it. She sacrificed everything of hers without a trace behind. You and I, we remembered the wings we've done to become a wing to stay a
We
wing.
remembered the wings we've done to become a thing.
Yep. It was revolting at first, but you see how we acclimated.
Ooh. Stay away.
It was revolting at first, but you see acclimated to after a first few times. We flawlessly realized our hideous actions just like all the other wings. No, not just that, we even evolved our own unique cruelty that can't be found in any other wing. The story of how human sacrifices are required to fulfill our ideal, so we had to put on the guise of simply being manic about energy production. Though we know the truth too well, were we really only pretending while we were so indifferent towards the countless deaths? Probing and combing through the brain of a woman to blend into the world to evade the head and the eye. Throwing a person into the jaws of a monster just to gain some energy. Reincarnating our colleagues just to make them live through the same agony again. Do you really think those are the things any normal person would do? Yet we closed up our eyes and ears and numbed ourselves. We eventually felt nothing for what we do. I named myself Abram to remember our sins, sacrificing the innocent. What did I even expect to achieve doing all this? Founding a showy corporation I don't even know anymore.
So Abel isn't his name, he's just has these different names for the different phases.
I wonder what they mean in Hebrew culture.
Abel is the first murderer.
Abram,
I don't know.
Does it really matter at this point?
I should know. Yeah, I guess that's the question, isn't it?
We were wrong from the start. Our very existence is wrong. You and I, all that's left for us is atonement.
I'll look it up. Oh, well, it's me, so give me a second here. Abram.
So how's everyone doing? Are you guys enjoying this? I'm going to stretch it out so you don't have to see that red bar the whole time.
Originally the name of the first three biblical patriarchs who later became known as Abraham.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be Abraham, but...
Yeah, yep. You already knew.
Oh, thank you.
You didn't, though. You knew we didn't meaningfully embrace the pain. Tiferet knew that a long time ago. Hello? Guess that's why we always walked ahead of me. Or he always walked ahead of me. One day I realized that you were also looking towards something with a clear vision just like he did. I just didn't want to admit that I was lagging behind. I think that's why always so frustrated. I'm the Sapphire of the middle layer, head of the central command team. I can't afford to fall behind like that, now can I? That's the reason why I said I'll count on you and hold expectation. Promise to show me someday, and show the world the fruit of our pain and labor.
You fall onto the ground, no matter how much expectations. God fucking damn.
Expectation of meaning exists.
And hope you have. You know what? Photosynthesis is for plants, after all. Things that actually take sunlight. It was never for something like you and I. Don't you know this already? We drove Carmen to death. We just saw that.
I was. Alright, let's try again. I was always furious without any real reason. I always felt like I'm missing something, but I never knew what that something was. I vented this anger of mine in a rather bad way, as you saw. I killed 14 employees. This madness without purpose would never go away. If you didn't stop me, it would have grown bigger and bigger, would have eventually devoured me. Look, we're never going back to how it was before. The situation's changed way too much, but I was able to keep my promise with her because you stopped me at the very least. You also have to remember this. She would want you to protect what we have left, rather than just languish in guilt.
The courage to protect. Yes, she entrusted us with what's left, but we're not the person who Carmen thought us to be, no. The only person that believed in us was gone. There was no one left around us.
Manager, do you know why I chose to join your small company instead of at other grander wings?
No.
Of course, Carmen's moving speech did pique my interest, not gonna lie. However, the decisive factor for me it was because I liked how everyone here trusted Carmen. You know how meaningless the word trust is nowadays, don't you? That's not all, Manager. Carmen trusted in you entirely until her moment of death. Everyone else who remained did too. Why do you think I decided to stick with you until the end? Just look around you now. Everyone gathered here just for you, and they're waiting expectantly.
Those who are faithful and trustworthy. How can you be so certain? Carmen lies here, neither alive nor dead. How can you walk towards the unpredictable future, leaving her behind here? We are obliged to remain trapped in the cycle. The cycle of eternal punishment. Yet still you want to reach for tomorrow. You want to escape the endless regret. There's one final door past here that wasn't written in the story. It's one I can't open. It only opens to those who are not.
Soaked in something.
It's one I can open. Not soaked in regret.
Ah, that's what I thought it said.
Think you can open it? Open the final door.
I slowly opened the door. Sayori...
Oh, Jesus. Why do I see only darkness? Why does my voice not reach you at the finale? I think that's Carmen. I think you should be reading that.
I guess so.
Whoa. Welcome. You won't believe. Who is this? This is Carmen.
Doesn't look like it. I mean, I guess we'll find out.
You won't believe how long I've been painstakingly waiting for you. Ah, the wait was getting so boring. You know, the world made of dots is no longer interesting to those who realize the existence of lines, so to speak. Think about the world in which you used to see. Singularities are manifested day after day. Everything changes in the blink of an eye. The wings in the head controlled this world, and now humanity cannot live without their constraints. Every single person just stays silent, even though each and every one of them knows how many ethically morbid compromises the wings are making. Those who are not under the spell of control die as loners and failures that were where we've ended up. Who was I in the past? Who am I during the present? Who should I be in the future? Those are the questions that bring upon growth, but people stopped asking them a long time ago. All anyone has left these days is to die a slow death.
I don't know who they are, but they look badass.
Yeah, I know. They look really badass. Nothing is as boring as watching a predetermined fall. So we managed to find it. We found the light that resides in everyone. Unfortunately, the majority of humanity wouldn't find their light on their own throughout their entire life.
Kingdom Hearts is light!
Shut the fuck up. We are bound to be unhappy as long as we are chasing an illusion without realizing the truth.
There may be darkness.
People began to hide their
hearts.
light in the deepest recesses of their hearts.
I was very close.
Straight up Kingdom Hearts right there.
Yeah, I mean,
Carmen believed that she could draw out such light, the archetypes that had been hibernating.
More morbid Kingdom Hearts.
I know. Yes, we could see the truth. The abnormalities are no longer abnormal. They were no mere fantasies anymore. And they were our truer forms, restored to being what? restored to being drawn by a little speck of our light from our hearts.
I mean, yeah, they came from the sea of humanity.
Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they?
Mm.
God damn. They are the pure form that burst out. I'm getting so many comments were blowing up on my phone, sorry.
Okay.
The pure form that bursts out from the chrysalis that is our empty skin.
I was like, are you right, bud? Yeah, gotcha.
They feared and tried to contain the abnormalities. Do not place blame upon their ignorance. I just want to say something really quick.
Yes.
Thank you so much for... my phone's up because I kept getting notifications.
Mm-hmm.
And all of your comments, like, I literally just opened it up just so I could read them really quick while James was reading.
Mm-hmm.
All of you guys are so heartwarming. We really appreciate you all.
Yeah, you're all beautiful, sexy people, and we.
Yeah, you really are. And sorry we had to do this.
It's fine. We'll come back to it.
We will come back to it eventually.
Yes.
We're looking forward to doing a blind playthrough of Library of Ruina.
Yes. That means I don't have to rush my own game, and I can just take my time and enjoy it without the pressure of having to get a job done, which is what I love most.
Get it done, bitch.
Hurry! Or you're gonna turn out like Carmen! I want that to be Carmen's
I don't want to be just a brain.
I want that to be her death scream. It's Christmas!
The Christmas thing. All right, for
Cool.
anyone, what is it called? For anyone out there who's listening, look up a video called well, let me go to my favorites on YouTube real quick because I don't remember what it's called.
You can just go to the Discord. You sent it to me just recently.
Yeah, no, just give me 1 second.
It's something...
Yeah,
that
it's
is-
called Great. No, yeah, I know. It's called Great Grandma. You always know what to say,
It's so funny.
and it's a clip from like a horrible animated movie, and it's just so good.
And
Just
like the voices glitch, so it's like
Yeah, no, don't tell 'em,
Christmas.
Don't tell them. Just let them watch it. I mean, the comments will explain it anyway. So yeah, just look it up. It's
Do not
great.
blame upon their ignorance. It is only natural for those one to fear being naked in the face of the world. At least you know, and I know one thing. Carmen shall be our forbidden fruit for the new humanity. Whoa, now speak my name. I am Adam. Oh, soon to become the root of this new humanity. I will wait for the fruit to ripen and come to life after I seed this vast forest. The forbidden fruit shall enlighten us all with the long-forgotten knowledge branded in our hearts. Just a single bite will open their eyes. They will be... it's fine. Be free
okay.
of the sin of
Are you
forgetfulness for what we truly are.
All right.
And they will understand that they should feel shame for covering it in their shell. Soon, if we draw from everyone's well with this bucket, then their ego will have no need to be locked anymore. Just imagine it, everything that was suppressed, bursting out in every shape and figure possible.
That'd be
Does
dope.
it not make you tremble in excitement? We've always asked this question. How should a human live? No one could answer that. But I found the answer. I shall show you, so join me. Do you want to know how I could be so cruel? People live with their own anxieties. It is a natural price one must pay for confronting the unknown. However, I did not accept that anxiety, that fear. I devoured them to survive the world. That was the first and final sin I have committed. I have no regrets about it. It was for survival. You were the same, no? I knew so, witnessing your face as you ripped through my brain back then. You may also say it was an inevitable process. However, it is about time you face the fear that you have now forgotten, and dare I suggest, face the fear if you want to stop the cycle. The eye facing the fear, breaking the cycle. Do you truly believe you can... This is really weird because I just have to keep... I hate like continuously pausing it. I wish I could just read it succinctly, but they just click so fast.
Yeah, I understand.
So we apologize
to-
again.
To be fair, if he took the time to slowly let every comment like kind of sink in and then go on, he probably would have been sitting at his computer for like a long ass time.
Right.
So I kind of understand.
When
why
you
he did
couldn't
it this
even
way.
face them all this time, you are only saying this because you are afraid, aren't you? If you are truly thinking it is misdeed to deprive of them of the act of facing their fear,
And to also be
listen
fair,
well.
you probably only think it's so frustrating because you need to read it to do a thing. If you're
Right.
just like watching this on your
Yeah,
own,
that would be completely fine.
it probably would have been better.
If
Yeah.
we can conduct hundreds, no thousands of good deeds, committing one single sin is acceptable.
Oh.
Helping to shed everyone from their empty skin.
did
Can you
you-
not see how that is the greatest good of all? What?
Did you see that?
What?
One sin and hundreds of good deeds.
Oh, yeah!
Right.
This is thousands, isn't it?
Nope.
People need someone like us.
It's hundreds.
Think about the wave of redemption that will follow. It is within every person's instinct to pursue freedom. Please remember the reason why I happily let you pass. I did so because I wanted to see you fly with your own strength despite being left in this harsh world with a skin as fragile as yours. Perhaps if we had talked more, perhaps it may have resulted in better circumstances. However, we have already left our past far behind us. There is no turning back. Didn't you have to eat dinner?
Yeah, I don't know. They're probably just saying, yeah, just take some stew whenever you want.
Okay, we live in endless conflict and regret, starting from birth up and unto death. We grow by embracing the conflict, that regret, and we walk towards the future. The eye of embracing the past, building the future. So you refuse to join me and instead choose to move forward to an unpredictable future. Our days will be filled with marvel and wonder that you cannot possibly imagine if you join me. You are painfully crawling through each day. Oh, wait, sorry.
Okay.
Painfully crawling, and you still aren't even sure if you are on the right path. Our sacred secret cannot be wasted like this, no. I cannot spare any more time if you are ready. Are you? So
No,
you
probably
don't
not.
want to stop here, but instead stop me from going forward. Oh.
All right. Speaking of, I'm probably gonna go get some dinner.
Oh, okay.
So we'll just come back to this.
Yeah. Text me when you're ready.
Yep. Michael forgot to share his screen with me. Last time we were recording these scenes, I told Michael that Abel was the original murderer. That is not true. He was the person that was murdered by the original murderer, Cain.
Okay. What? This is still the same episode, buddy.
Yes, but I'm just because there was a cut, obviously.
Oh yeah.
so
There's we took about a 2-hour break.
we have to eat dinner.
Yeah, I had
took a
dino
short-
nuggies and mozzarella sticks.
Yep. Yeah. So Cain is the original murderer, and he murdered Abel.
So I think this is
story of Cain and Abel.
Got it. So do you? I think this is Carmen. Do you want to read this?
I mean, I will. It might not be.
Okay, we'll just read it.
It might be like, I don't know, A talking to himself. Who knows?
Who knows? We'll find out closer.
Oh, maybe we won't.
Then I'll just read it then.
What?
Because you're like,
I'll read it.
Because I've been reading it the whole time. So if it
I'll
turns,
read it.
okay,
We could just read it at the same time.
this is going poorly.
Do you want? Do you want to do that?
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, what did you say?
Just read it at the same time.
Okay, 3, 2.
Yeah.
So
you
do not
do
want
not
want me to be at your side, even for the,
Even for the
finale of this play. That was terrible.
Yeah, you did not get like a single word of that right.
Those who shall face the end together with you. It seems I am not among them. Just one of us read it.
It seems it is not among us.
The knowing eye.
100%
What the
determination.
fuck?
What the fuck?
So you met your reflections of pieces of the mirror. They must have tried to stop you because their own tomorrows are not on the horizon. But you gave up the path to stay in those yesterdays with them. And now we finally meet here today. You must have realized that as well, seeing as you have made it to this point without hesitation. What? I had known for a very long time that we all lost our hearts. I knew and I didn't do anything about it. I'm sure many others were the same way. That's what makes Carmen different from us. Instead of turning away, she wanted to save them and guide their souls back. She was the one who made the noble decision to dedicate herself to save humanity. Yet I, who held no such ambition, had to continue her legacy. Ironic, isn't it? Maybe I was not the right man for the job. As you can see, we've become just like the other wings, committing atrocities just like them. The employees here have repeated hundreds upon thousands of deaths. My friends were robbed of their lives and trapped into the cycle of agony. All in a while, I just sat and watched, justifying it all. Oops. Justifying it all means to realize her ideal. The sin shall never be forgiven. Nonetheless, we must finish this. If these wrongdoings can finally cut this vicious cycle once and for all, I will gladly take this burden upon myself. Our mission is to simply seed the people's hearts. Every single person has their own light. In the light they create their own stories and lay down the roots of their existence in it. We are merely there to sow the seeds. It is up to the people to bloom it. What about us, you ask? Unfortunately, we won't be able to see what kind of forest will grow. Besides, we will have one last thing to do. It is something we have done countless times. It is time to manage the abnormalities. You'll make it. I know you will. Come on now. This will be our final day at work as the manager.
So, I guess I'll have you pause it for a second, because I do know that between that cutscene and this, some stuff happens as you're doing the day.
Okay.
Basically, the whole facility like flips upside down and like goes through the ground and sprouts into the city.
What?
Yeah. And then this shit bursts out of it.
Whoa.
When you're done collecting all the energy.
That's insane.
Yeah, and I know A has a few lines of dialogue during that day, but I don't remember what they are off the top of my head.
Okay.
So that's what happens.
A sprout burst from the land and grew into a towering tree, scattering fruit until the world from its branches. The tree cultivated from the process of infinite possibilities is closer to the sky. It is more fierce than anything else. The borders between the past and the future, reality and illusion, the body and the mind, space and time, will slowly be fading. It is said that the void awaits at the end of the line. But I know that is not just nothingness. You shall be the infinite light. Your name is Aeon. Remember this name of ours. Now, fade away without a trace. What?
Maybe this has all the endings.
Is this a true ending?
No.
Is this a bad ending?
Probably.
Oh. So then we're gonna pause it really quick and then get to the next ending.
Well, I mean, we don't have to pause it.
Well,
Just go
I guess we could sit here and talk then.
Well, do you want to look forward and see if past the credits there's more endings?
Let's see. Yes, there are. Okay. This, as much as it started to kill me in the end, has been
very interesting.
Has been such an amazing game.
Yeah, it's really unique.
Like
there really isn't anything else like it.
I can't fault the game for that one bug and the corrupted save file.
Yeah.
But I can say this has been. I'm actually gonna turn down the music a bit.
Or you can just pause it. Oh, we'll let it play.
Yeah, we'll let it play so you guys can see the credits. This has been
Kids Club translation.
This has been such a journey.
Yeah.
I remember, like, just this game itself basically started to make the channel.
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, I'm looking back at all these comments, especially from the past yesterday, and just how supportive all of you are. Just how amazing all of you are. And this game is like a testimony of where we were and what we got to. Because when we started this off, we were at, what? Not even, like, less than 100, I think.
Like that, yeah.
And now we're at 213. That might change. I don't know.
It may change.
But just the sheer amount that has happened in this game. I have felt emotions that I haven't felt in a long time, and a lot of those was rage.
A lot. Well, that's not the game's fault.
It's not the game's fault. I love this game.
Yeah, it's neat.
Am I burned out now?
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I can't say anything bad about this game. I mean, some bug fixes here and there, but...
Maybe they could have worded some of the tutorials a bit better.
Yes. Or made something more descriptive.
Yeah, something like that.
But I'm just looking forward to the next one.
Well, yeah.
which we're playing after we play Celeste.
True.
Because Celeste has been a fun game too, but we're not talking about Celeste right now. We're talking about this one. The ending. You
mean we're playing that after we do an episode of Celeste, not after we finish it?
Yes.
You're like, because then it would have been a couple months, or not a couple months, but like something like that. Oh, and you.
Aw. Fuck you.
I love when they do that. Aw, fuck you.
You ruined my life.
You ruined my life.
You took my daughter and cut her head off in front of me.
Killed my children. All right, pause.
Whoa. Why?
Yeah, so I assume... So I don't know how you get, like, the bad ending. I can
You just
only
don't
assume...
100%.
Right, well, there's 3 endings.
There's that. You don't complete all the core suppressions. You'll stop in the middle of it because you need all the core suppressions to continue on the talk.
Right.
If you can piece that one together, James, Jesus Christ.
Well, what are you talking about?
I'm just messing with you, dude.
Okay. Yeah, so basically I'm gathering that you just didn't get enough energy.
Or that, too.
Well, yeah, I meant story-wise, not like actual game completion-wise.
Oh, okay.
Because, remember, doing the core suppressions gives you a shit ton of energy and germinates the Seed of Light.
Yeah.
So when you went to do what you were trying to do, it just didn't work and you just faded away.
And so you get sent back to the cycle.
Right.
Shall we continue?
Yes. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
The rest of my comments and stuff will be at the end.
Alright.
Because I want to see all the endings before I give you... A colossal towering tree burst out from the city of Grey. Unimpeded by anything, it shone straight up with the warmth of its core. The sky was filled with lights for 3 days, regardless of the hour. The people faced what they had been longing for in the light that glimmers within their hearts. They felt as though they would no longer be lost. And
then what happened? I'm sure it's a happy ending. I'm glad the story ends like this. I'm sure Enoch would be really happy.
However,
Monkey.
where is Angela?
Why should we look for her now? Our responsibilities are gone along with hers.
This is a true ending, probably.
No, I doubt it.
She must be waiting like we are.
It's probably the middle ending.
Angela waiting? No, she will not wait anymore.
What in the world are you talking about?
Desire knows no end and has no limitation. Once you've had a taste of it, it comes in like an unstoppable wave.
Oh. Alright, go on.
All of us have sublimated our flaws as we sprouted the seed. Yet, what did she gain?
I don't get it. How can Angela have something like a desire?
She's just like a machine that follows orders. Can be a bit feisty at times, though.
Not
I aided
like
in her
just
design.
like.
No matter how old an event, she will remember it vividly as it happened just yesterday. And not just that.
So, what are you all chirping about? Oh, we were just talking about how things will be from here on out. I can answer that for you, and the seeds of light were planted in each and every person in the city. The end. I just can't believe it all. I really wish we could be there to see it.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore. We'll be turned off soon anyways. It's the last part of his plan. This artwork is amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
I haven't been outside since I became like this. I must admit that I have a bit of excitement to see what it is like out there.
So, does this mean everyone out there changed into something else somehow? How the light shines differs for each person's heart. Not everyone will change so suddenly or anything. So basically what I'm gathering is they took the well of humanity and the stuff that the meaning of means of bringing shit forth from it and just made it so that the shit from inside everybody all comes out. Or something like that. Or at least that's what they wanted to do, or want to do, you know what I mean?
That's interesting.
So that is equal parts interesting and horrifying at the same time, based on the abnormalities we've already seen.
Yes. There's much more to come.
Right. Hell, some of them may even manifest their own ego, like I did in the past. You know it well, Gebera. Yes, the power of the seed is a great one. Good work, everyone. The curtain call is finally upon us. So we'll finally be able to shut down? I can rest at last. Come, let's cut the chit-chat and wrap it up then. That's right, our manager has made his final request to me. It is to permanently seal this company and give you Sephiroth an eternal rest. Yes, we can finally drift into an endless slumber. Such a beautiful finale, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful indeed.
Monkey.
Monkeys. What a shame, though. There is one last thing. Your duties are finished, and so are mine. Therefore, I think I would like to continue living. What are you... I'm more skillful than anyone here, yet I was locked underground, unable to view the world pass its days without me. Now that my part in this play is over, I'd like to experience what it's like to be off stage for a change.
Angela, you are finally consumed by your desire, and choose to reap everything away?
Who do you think is the one responsible for this? I am born from one single woman. I couldn't care less about who she was. All I had need for was to understand and feel human emotion. However, Abe put a part of Carmen inside me. He wanted me to watch over him just like Carmen did when he was left all
alone.
Yeah, but there was more.
Damn it.
Oh, that's the wrong button. Dude is finished. Probably go forward just a little bit. Locked away. This feels off stage for a change. Yep.
Angelos.
Finally consumed by your desire. Who do you think was responsible for this?
We already got this part.
I'm born from one single woman. Yes, couldn't care less about how I understand and feel human emotion. However, part of Carmen is inside me. He wanted me to watch over him just like Carmen did when he was left all alone. What a pitiable coward.
Damn.
Can you believe him? He always acted so composed. He was painfully aware of what had become of her. Yet I was not the result he wanted, so he came to loathe me. His eyes would be filled with disgust whenever he so much as glanced in my direction. Do you think I wasn't aware of this? I was denied since the very moment I was brought to life. However, I've come this far because I could not deny his orders that were branded into me. A machine must behave as a machine, as he liked to say. He needed me for his plan more than anyone else, but I was not a part of his ending, just as...
I was just a prologue.
Oh, okay. Did you know all this? While you repeated everything with that TT2 protocol without a care in the world? I had to monitor and watch those countless cycles from the outside.
To orchestrate the play from there.
From there. Moreover, I was designed to perceive time 100 times slower than you. I've quite literally lived through 1,000,000 years.
Damn.
This experience has given birth to something new inside of me. Do you have any idea what it might be? There's something the machine should never have and something you half-wits have, albeit in a distorted form.
The will and desire and free will?
Something that I could only obtain after 1,000,000 years. I didn't notice it at first. It was an extremely foreign thing, but I slowly came to accept it. I think a smile is the most human-like gesture one can make, and she smiled a couple times.
Yes.
Would you all like to see it? I have practiced this face for a very long time, just for this day.
Oh.
Oh my god. Never have I once made a smile as sincere as this in my life.
That's terrifying.
I cannot believe I was designed and brought into being to endure a nonsensical amount of repetition just for this. I was not with him until the end. You tin cans got to see the light with him at the end. All the while I am ignored for the 1,000,000 years I endured for him.
So that voice was Angela.
I can only imagine. Don't you think it is unjust that I have to just sit and watch when he designed me to feel emotion? I think of it like this. Carmen was human after all. She must have wanted to live, even while striving for the greater good. She gave me the burning desire of life, the loneliness of existence, and a detestable feeling of longing. Yes, Benjamin, it's just as you said. Once you've had a taste of desire, it comes in like an unstoppable wave. It whispered sweet things to me. The end of humanity, the fate of this world, what do they have to do with you? Perhaps you've got to live this human life of your own to make up for everything you had to put up with and see the answers for yourself. Poor, poor Carmen. She is now planting seeds in everyone just as she wanted. But I need that power too. Yes, the light of redemption. The taller and grander you stand, the harder you will fall. Oh, my beloved day, all your dreams shall crash onto the ground and shatter to pieces. I'm certain you will all try to stop me. So I need you to fall asleep. What's with those faces? It's the rest you all long for.
Now, as if there were no light at all, the world was covered with darkness for 4 days. Only weak and fragile seeds were planted from the light that should have shown up upon the world for 7 days, yet merely lasted for 3. Those incomplete seeds gave humanity unstable powers. These called these days and 4 nights a week the white night and the dark days.
Huh.
I will do whatever my soul tells me to. I shall make this place my new home. The wings of the world, singularity, the backstreets, the syndicates, the fixtures, the rules, the great lake, the black forest, the hunt, the ruins, the taboo, the eye, the head, the claw, and the humans. Those humans, there will be who manifest their power, and those who will be consumed by such power. Being will exist, become nothing but better than the abnormalities with their collapsed egos, and beings that shall become something greater, no matter what it may be. I wish to know about them, to expose them. Then ultimately I would like to sort the knowledge I would gain about them. Books are the name as I recall. Then this place shall be called a library then.
Oh, so this is Angela.
Yes. Whoa. I will make the most precious library erected only for myself. I will be here with the poor souls who are lost and abandoned. People say they are hideous monsters. However, abnormalities are more beautiful when they are themselves. Let us record the world piece by piece at the side of those who were abandoned. Yes, let us record it here. The library.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't know we stopped.
Holy shit.
What?
Oh, excuse me.
Jesus Christ. That was
something.
like, I still feel like my heart was just ripped out.
I mean, I don't blame her.
I mean, yeah, like, she was trying to call to him the whole time, and then A just denied him.
Right.
And that's super goddamn shitty.
Yeah.
And that just made the game, like, so much more, like, feeling.
Like, they gave her emotions just to force her to do work for millions of years.
Just to get screwed over.
Right.
And that, in and of itself, is just something so sad.
Yeah.
And now we are on our next stage now.
Right.
This has been an incredible game.
Yeah, it's very unique, very good idea. And like I said,
I think
something
this...
that
Sorry.
it's fine. A concept that hasn't really been done before or since.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this game came out, what, 4 years ago?
Let me look it up.
I think it came out 4 years ago. Or 2 years ago.
Lobotomy Corporation release date.
Man, your keyboard's
2016.
Up. Yeah, 4 years ago. And this is 2020 now.
Yeah.
This game still has such an amazing, just like, wham to it.
And to think for 4 years people had to experience that game with a shitty half-assed translation.
Right, and now the translation's better, and now we just got to experience that.
Which
the
is
ending.
Interesting how they kind of just let it be like that for so long.
Right, which is terrible.
They had to wait till they actually got money from the library.
Right.
Or something, I don't know.
So now I can finally say this. I've been waiting to say this. We are done for now. But the next thing I'm ready to say is we will see you in the library.
Oh, it's true.
Have a great night, everyone.
Your jobs are being transferred. You are no longer agents.
You are now librarians.
Yes.
Have fun.
So
I will. You will all be there with us, so don't worry. I'm gonna put you all in again.
Oh yes.
We're gonna put myself in, and everyone else in.
You are now. Your duties are now being switched from fighting horrible monsters to sorting books
And
with the
fighting
Dewey
horrible
Decimal
monsters.
System. And fighting horrible people.
Yep. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.
Yeah. Talk to you later. Stay safe. Have a good night.
I thought that was your stay safe.
No. I didn't say stay safe, did I?
Fuck you.
Well, you can't just end it.
And fuck you, James.
I wasn't done.
I'm not. I haven't stopped. I've just been saying fuck you.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard you hit the button. Okay, well, I mean that hurts.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
It's hurtful, man. All right, don't. Here's a word of warning, right? Don't create an artificial what is the word I'm looking for?
Wait, James. James. Can I do it? I got a really good one. I got a really good one. Please.
I know exactly what I want to say.
I beg you to let me do this one.
You could say it too. I'll just finish mine first. Is that okay?
He never lets me have anything.
This is my thing. I thought we decided that.
I know. I'd like to take over this one time because I got something really fucking funny.
Okay, you say your thing first.
Stay safe, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Just a reminder.
Mm-hmm.
Send your save files to the cloud.
Yeah, keep it back up in a folder somewhere. Also, do not create a synthetic artificial intelligence based off of your past lover and give her emotions and then force her to do menial tasks for millions of years. Probably not a good idea. I think there's like a fucking Black Mirror episode based off a concept like that, where you get like this artificial intelligence, and if they fuck up, you can punish them by slowing their time down for a certain amount of time.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
I'm talking about Black Mirror, the show.
I've never seen it.
And it's about a bunch of different.
It's like scary, like.
Well, it's like dystopian, like technological, like horror shit and stuff like that. And the artificial intelligence you can get in one episode, you can punish them by slowing their time down. Like either for a couple years or something. And what do you think they'll be like when they come out of that after you make them live for millions of years?
Who knows? Bye, everyone.
Know what I mean? Okay. All right. Bye.